Hello, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my very first Invisalign diary update. So, a week ago I got Invisalign, which are, if you don't know, I'm sure you do if you're searching for this, but Invisalign are clear aligners for teeth straightening. My teeth, just as a disclaimer before we start, my teeth are not particularly crooked or overcrowded or anything, but they've been annoying me for a really long time, and I really wanted to get something done about them. And finally, during lockdown, a local dental clinic had an offer on for Invisalign treatment, and so I decided that now was the time that I was going to go for it. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about how I've been getting on in my first week, what I think of it, how long it's going to take, and hopefully throughout the rest of my treatment I'll be able to do some regular updates, answer some questions, and tell you a bit about it. First of all, I first made the appointment in July, I think. This has taken quite a long time. Obviously, because of COVID and everything else, it's taken a bit longer than maybe it would do normally. But I had an online consultation, first of all, because it was when the dental practice was still closed. So I spoke to a dentist who kind of looked at my teeth, obviously couldn't look very closely, but said from what he could tell, it looked like I would be suitable for Invisalign. And then I had to wait until the dental practice opened up again, which was in August. And then I went and had a face-to-face consultation where they did 3D scans of my teeth. So they use a little wand that they put in your mouth and it takes all pictures of your teeth. So instead of having to do like the molds with all that gunky stuff that you bite into, they just use this 3D scanner. So that all takes impressions of your teeth, so they can see exactly what's there. That then gets sent off to Invisalign themselves in America. And between them and the dentist, they come up with a treatment plan of how long it's going to take, how many different trays you'll need, what attachments you'll need on your teeth. So I'll get to those in a second. And then that all came back. It's called the Clin check that you have if it's with Invisalign. And that comes back with videos. I'll try and insert a video into here to show you what I got, but you get like a 3D image of your teeth and you move it along and it shows you how your teeth will change throughout the treatment. If you're happy with that, then you go ahead. I paid up front for my treatment, so I had to pay for it all at that point. I'd paid a deposit before then, but I had to pay for the rest of the treatment. And then they sent off for my trays. That took about a month. Again, probably COVID delays and stuff, it maybe doesn't normally take that long. So they eventually came, and then last week I went into the dentist for my appointment to have my trays fitted. So, as I mentioned, my teeth are not especially crooked. I'll just get a bit closer if I can and see. So my main issues are this front tooth here, which is slightly crooked that way and sticks out a bit. My bottom teeth, which are quite crossed over as well. Actually, some of my other teeth will be moved during the treatment, but that's kind of the main things that I really wanted to fix. Because of that, and especially because of this tooth facing kind of this way, you can't just have the plastic trays because they can't move your teeth enough. So I've got what are called attachments, and from what I can gather, everybody who has Invisalign has some attachments on some teeth. I have got, I think I counted them the other day, 17 or 18 attachments. Some teeth have got 2 on. These front ones have all got 2, and some of the other side ones as well, and I've got them right down to some of the back teeth as well. The attachments are, I think they're made out of the same stuff that you make fillings out of. So the dentist puts those on, and I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but actually what they do is they have a set of trays which are like the template of where the attachments go. So they put the attachment stuff actually in the tray, put the tray on, and then they used like a light thing to set it through the tray onto your teeth, and then when they take the tray off, the attachments are left behind. So I had all those put on. I also had something called IPR, which I can't remember what it stands for, but it's basically like filing in between your teeth. Sometimes if your teeth are very crossed over or overcrowded, there's not enough room for them to move, so they file a little bit off, and it's like 0.1 of a millimetre or something. It's hardly anything, but it just gives your teeth that little bit of an extra chance to move, and I'll have that done again sort of later on in the process. None of this was particularly painful to have done, just to get that out of the way. It was a little bit uncomfortable because I had my mouth open for like 3/4 of an hour while they did it, and actually the most uncomfortable thing was that he put this kind of soft silicone thing in my mouth to keep it open, but that was like digging into me my skin a little bit at the top there, so that was kind of the most uncomfortable thing about the whole experience, really. So at the end of that appointment, I was there for about an hour altogether. The dentist put my first set of trays on, gave me some instructions about how long I have to wear them for each day, and sent me on my way. And initially it wasn't really painful. I could obviously tell I was wearing them, and they were quite tight at first, and it's sort of a bit of an ache in my teeth, I suppose. And I took some paracetamol, but as the day went on, it did get more painful. I think that's one of the things that people kind of ask about Invisalign is, does it hurt? It doesn't hurt as much as having fixed braces like the old train tracks. I had those when I was a teenager on my bottom teeth, and they were really painful, and they're so, like, you've got all these metal stuff in your mouth that your mouth rubs on and everything like that. It's nowhere near that bad, but over the next, probably the first like 2 or 3 days that I was wearing the aligners, it really was quite sore. Not so much from the pain of teeth moving, although that did hurt. Like, there was a little bit of pain from that, mostly just from the edges of the aligners, like rubbing on my tongue. But a lot of like the inside edges were rubbing on my tongue, especially when I spoke or swallowed, and a few little bits just around the edges of my gums as well. So yeah, the first few days it was really sore, and getting them out really hurt as well. I think if you don't have as many attachments, it maybe doesn't hurt quite so much, but there's definitely a knack to removing them, because these Invisalign and other kind of clear aligners, you take them out to eat. So getting them out the first time especially was agony. I thought I was going to pull my teeth out. They were really hard to get off the attachments. I'm not going to show you. I watched quite a few YouTube videos of other people taking their aligners out to sort of get some tricks. I'm not going to show you yet because it's still quite difficult, and it's a whole like both hands in the mouth job for me at the moment. But just to give you an idea, I kind of pull them off at the back, which is not too bad, and then I have to kind of get my fingers in right around the top to sort of unhook it off the attachments at the front. Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much anymore, and it is definitely getting easier, and I'm sure that the longer that I wear them, the more used to it I'll get, but it's not easy, for definite. Luckily for me, you may know if you've ever watched any of my videos before, but I do intermittent fasting. So usually I only eat 1 meal a day anyway. So what I've been doing is taking the aligners out in the morning, having a cup of coffee, black coffee, because I'm fasting, and then I brush my teeth, put the aligners back in, and then that's me until tea time, basically, till the evening. So I take them out to eat my dinner, and then brush my teeth after, put them straight back in again, and then wear them again until the next morning. If you are somebody who eats 3 times a day, like a lot of people are, you're obviously going to have to take them in and out a bit more. And you do need to, well, my dentist said I didn't need to brush my teeth before I put them back in. You could just kind of rinse your mouth out with water and that will do. But I think I would feel a bit weird putting them in without having cleaned my teeth first. So that's kind of up to you, I guess. But yeah, so I've been wearing them probably about 22.5 hours a day. The longer you wear them, the better the result's going to be, the quicker it will work. My trays, I change them once a week. So I'm due a new tray today, so I'll put that in after I've had my tea tonight, put that in and wear it overnight, and then that one will be in for a week. Some people have 2 weeks per tray, some people have 10 days, it just seems to vary. I don't really know why it varies from person to person, but there we go. I'm going to be changing mine once a week, and I've got 16 trays in all, so in theory in 4 months this will all be over and done with. Again, from looking at like other people's YouTube videos, and I've joined a Facebook group as well, people with Invisalign, a lot of people have something called refinements at the end, where after you finish like the main set of trays, the attachments might be changed and you might get a few more sets just to tweak a little bit where your teeth are. But yeah, in theory 16 weeks. So I am 1 week in. I have noticed a tiny bit of movement already, obviously not much just after the first week, but like there's now a little gap in between my front 2 teeth that wasn't there before, and that's probably about it really for now. But they do move just like a tiny little bit each week. I had a look through my trays that I've still, because I got them all given to me in advance, and had a look. It's probably not till about week 9 or 10, I think, that these 2 front teeth are noticeably more in line. But yeah, so that's pretty much week 1. I've got to go back to the dentist in another 3 weeks time, so 4 weeks after my initial appointment I go back, and he just checks that everything is moving as it should be. He might do a bit more of this IPR filing in between my teeth at the point as well, and then yeah, we'll carry on from there. So yeah, so far week 1, like I said, first 2 or 3 days was really sore, and I've seen a few people say that. Some people it's fine and it doesn't seem that to bother them that much, but for me that first few days really was painful. Since then it's not too bad. I've got a bit of a lisp, again not very noticeable, and actually one thing which is not as bad as I thought, because you take them out to eat, I've got then all these attachments still on my teeth, and I thought that might be quite painful, them rubbing on my cheeks and lips and stuff when I was eating, but it's really not that bad. I have bitten my cheek a couple of times because it's changed my bite slightly, especially there's one on my tooth down here, so I have to be a bit careful when I'm eating that I don't chew my own cheeks, but other than that they're not really a problem. So if you have any questions, I'm going to be back, probably not every week, but I'm going to try and do a few of these throughout my treatment. If you've got any questions about Invisalign, anything that you want to know about my treatment. Oh, one thing actually I was going to add, because I got my treatment on a special offer, I'm sure people want to know how much it costs. I paid £3,000 for my treatment, which includes as many trays as I need, so even if at the end of 16 weeks I need more, that won't cost me any extra. It also includes tooth whitening at the end of treatment as well, and also I will get 3 sets of removable retainers, because once you've had your treatment and your teeth are all nice and straight and lovely, you then have to wear retainers at night for the rest of your life, basically, as long as you want your teeth still to be straight. Some people get a fixed retainer, which is like a metal bar that attaches to the back of your teeth. I don't know if I'm going to get those or not yet. They would cost more if I wanted them, but I will be getting the removable retainers that I'll need to wear then at night forever, which is fine. So yeah, if you've got any questions, anything else that I've not mentioned that you want to know, then leave me a comment. Please like this video, subscribe as well if you can, and I will see you next time with another update, probably in a few weeks' time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.